In a quiet patch of woods along the Chattahoochee River, there's a stone most people pass without ever knowing what it changed. Not a monument, not a battlefield, just a marker, quiet, stubborn, and precise. But the line it represents, the 31st parallel, was once the fuse on a geopolitical powder keg. In the 1790s, the brand new United States and the Spanish Empire were locked in a tense standoff over the southern frontier. Spain technically controlled the territory, but their grip was loose, contested, and increasingly inconvenient. The solution, spelled out in the Treaty of San Lorenzo, better known as the Pinckney Treaty, was simple on paper. Draw a line, let the stars decide. This is the story of Andrew Ellicott, the man tasked by George Washington with turning celestial math into national destiny. After the Pinckney Treaty of 1795 cooled tensions, at least diplomatically, President Washington needed someone who could do more than measure land. He needed someone who could argue with empires using mathematics. Ellicott was already proven. He had surveyed the Pennsylvania frontier and helped extend the Mason-Dixon line. Precision was his reputation. His assignment was deceptively simple. Lead an expedition to chart the 31st parallel stretching from the Mississippi River eastward to the Chattahoochee River. Armed with a massive telescope, astronomical instruments, and an exquisitely sensitive clock, Ellicott relied on the stars themselves to place the line. It was meant to be a joint effort with Spanish commissioners. Meant to be, doing a lot of heavy lifting there. What followed was nearly 4 years of hardship, obstruction, and quiet defiance. Ellicott's expedition, escorted by soldiers, fought through swamps, illness, and brutal terrain. But the real resistance came from Spanish officials who were suddenly very uninterested in cooperation once it became clear where the boundary would fall. Several Spanish forts and settlements would end up on the American side of the line. Progress slowed, supplies vanished, delays multiplied. Then came the moment that could have unraveled everything. Ellicott's astronomical observations revealed that an earlier boundary estimate was wrong, by more than 8,500 feet. In the middle of the wilderness, with political pressure mounting, he corrected the line anyway. No shortcuts, no compromises. Along the way, temporary observatories were constructed, like the one later marked here, where Ellicott stopped to read the heavens and anchor the map to the sky. The border itself was marked mile by mile with earthen mounds, each one a quiet argument for accuracy over convenience. The ordeal culminated in 1799 with the placement of Ellicott's stone, a sandstone marker set near the Mobile River. On the north face, U.S. latitude 31, 1799. On the south, Dominio de S.M. Carolus IV, lat. 31, 1799, or property of His Majesty King Charles IV. The treaty created the border. The stone proved it. From that point forward, Ellicott's line became the foundation for surveying vast portions of Alabama and Mississippi, including the St. Stephen's Meridian. Towns, counties, and entire states would be mapped from that starting point. All because one man trusted the stars and refused to move the line just to make things easier. If you love the stories hiding in plain sight, the wrong turns, the quiet markers, the history you only find when the plan falls apart, stick around. There are a lot more lines in the woods still waiting to be noticed.